If it is a short show, how does it matter? Our viewers might prefer watching a short show.
You're complaining about the headache, right? We do that, all three of us get it all over again.
Yeah, but see, yesterday the sample size was huge because of the number of ODIs. ODIs have been happening from 70s. So many more World Cups.
4,700 odd, huh?
Yeah, 4,752 ODIs.
So that was a tough gig. This one I think will be an easier gig. But let's see. Let's not put the cart in front of the horse. Let's wait till we get...
How many T20Is? Siddharth?
This again, Shivam should have done. How many T20Is have we played? Should have taken out the last.
We should know, right? As to what the change is from yesterday for us.
It's easily well over. It started in 2006 for India.
It has to be a third of it.
Yeah.
Less than a third.
I'll just check it out.
But associate nations and all.
Yeah,
that's the thing, na?
See, 104 nations play. Okay, T20Is. So that is why now this is a huge issue that we are facing. Like, everything is counted. Everything is counted.
Argentina versus Peru is also counted.
The highest score was Czech Republic versus Turkey. That was the highest record.
I think majority of these countries, expats only make up the teams.
Exactly. Expats from India, Bangladesh.
So it with USA.
Exactly. Engineers.
Bangalore people.
Don't even get me started on that.
Why?
Because...
To be fair, cricket's kind of become like a subcontinental game. Kind of. And with an exception of, let's say, the Australians and the Caribbean, but
correct.
Overall... And what happens even with a lot of Australians and Caribbean, like third, fourth, fifth generation, wherever they are, then they kind of adapt to that sport.
Yeah. T20I, it's been 2,775 T20Is.
Well, that's actually interesting that T20Is are almost half of ODIs.
Exactly.
Whereas ODIs started in the 70s, T20I started in the 2000s.
5 onwards.
New Zealand versus Australia, the first ever.
Yes, New Zealand, Australia, 2005 Auckland. And New Zealand have been involved in a lot of firsts.
Who's the man of the match?
The man of the match was Ricky Ponting, 98. It featured a red card shown by Billy Bowden when McGrath did the underarm. And New Zealand with that horrendous beige, this thing. I didn't like the beige and retro hairstyles and all were done.
Yeah.
You didn't like the beige?
I didn't like the beige.
I loved the beige.
I loved the black that they wore.
The 92 onwards. Grey.
Grey. Grey was decent, but for me 2003. That 2003-7 jersey was...
I love the beige also. Anyway, after our discussion yesterday, which was the top 10 ODI knocks of all time, we are attempting to do the top 5 T20Is. We thought, like some people enjoy torture and pain. I think we are one of those. So we thought that if getting to 10 was not tough enough, let's make it tougher for us and get down on the top 5 T20.
What do you call that thing in English when you derive pleasure from hurting your own
sadistic
self? No, sadistic is to someone else.
To one own self.
Yeah, voyeuristic, sadistic is someone else.
Schadenfreude, no. That is you take pleasure.
Basically, we're doing something over here that deserves a term.
I know. We have got the thorns here. Let's see.
Here.
The crown of thorns.
Time for us to put on the imaginary thinking cap.
So, like yesterday, I'll just run you through what all are the knocks made it to the long list of 30. I mean, right from the 2007 World Cup onwards, T20 World Cup, which it really grabbed India's attention. We have included some knocks there. All the knocks until 2024 T20 World Cup have been given prominence. Like, for example, 2022 Virat, 2016 Virat, Rohit 92, Samuels, the knocks that were there. Wade, Afridi. There is mostly a T20 World Cup touch to it. Whose mic?
Okay. Meanwhile, you can run us through the list.
So that is the thing. Our primary focus has been mostly T20 World Cups because that is where we have gotten the bulk of the thing. Bilaterals, very limited. Because impact, if you look at it in a bilateral series, isn't all that great. Yes, there are certain major 4-nation tournaments. Even the Asia Cup has been given prominence.
Yeah.
One of the knocks that a certain Virat Kohli would adhere to.
Yeah.
So,
if you can meanwhile show our viewers the long list,
Yeah.
that will also help me change my mind.
yep. So, yes, that is the T20I knocks. As you've seen, 30. Easy list to make, but yeah, most of it is also very easy to eliminate also. So, if you look at it, so
Very easy to
eliminate also. Because I think T20s, if you look at it, impact is a
I
basic
think
What
level.
we do is let's go through each knock one by one and give each of them a rough idea of what that knock is, what you remember, okay, of each knock. Virat 82 versus Pakistan, that happened at the MCG, arguably one of the greatest knocks ever. I don't think anyone needs reminder of that. Virat 82 once again, this is versus Australia, that came in again a T20 World Cup in Mohali, if I'm not
yes.
mistaken.
Yes.
What's great about this knock is that he was the lone warrior fighting, not too many contribution from anywhere. So stood alone, tough chase. Towards the end it became risky also, some 30 odd in the last 3 overs, but he finished it off in style.
Yep.
Just as that, like he done it in MCG. Again, an outstanding knock. Then Rohit Sharma 92 versus Australia
Saint Lucia.
happened here in the World Cup in St. Lucia. Absolutely, not only did he knock Australia out of the World Cup, but just stamped his authority on that tournament. Okay, you can take the next few ones.
Yeah, then Michael Hussey 60 versus Pakistan
You
semi-final.
saw that, right, Nikhil?
Yeah.
Just go this
This
side.
way. Okay. Then we have got Marlon Samuels 78 versus Sri Lanka, that 2012 final. Absolutely tore Lasith Malinga apart in that. And West Indies won their
I
first T20
think
title.
Siddharth, this makes it to our list ahead of his knock against India in Mumbai.
No, against Mumbai, that was Lendl Simmons. You're talking
Lendl
about.
Simmons, my bad.
So Matthew Wade 41, where he absolutely scooped Shaheen Afridi into oblivion. Then remember the name Carlos Brathwaite. 4 sixes in the final over to win.
Ian Bishop on commentary.
Yes.
Remember
the name. Ian Raphael Bishop on air. Brendan McCullum 116, absolutely scooped Australia to oblivion in one of the last few games that was held at Lancaster Park, Christchurch.
But this is a bilateral series.
This is a bilateral, yes. But it was McCullum's one major impactful knock that he did have. Prior to that, he did win the World Cup also. Dilshan 96 was in the semi-final versus the West Indies. He and Jayasuriya put on a good stand together to ensure 183 for 2. West Indies were never in the game. Raina.
That is another game that I was there. Interestingly, it came once again at St. Lucia. So
Yeah, Raina won, yes.
Suresh Raina once again. No, Dilshan at Oval.
Yeah, Dilshan at Oval 2000.
No, I was talking about Raina. So you said Oval, so you confused me.
No.
Dilshan came at the Oval, also for which I was there.
Yes.
Suresh Raina 101. The first 100 by an Indian batter in T20Is came during a World Cup at St. Lucia.
And he became the first Indian to hit 100 in all 3 formats.
Yes, true.
Yes. Then David Warner 53, that 2021 final against New Zealand set the tone. Because
38 balls or something.
yes, 39 ball 53. Alex Hales, man, if there was one match in which Sri Lanka, the future champions, they were really humbled, it was by Alex Hales 116 that he had absolutely smashed in Mirpur.
And you know what makes that knock pretty special? Hales 116. It came away for them. These are tough conditions. Subcontinental conditions. Secondly, came up against a good Sri Lankan spin bowling attack in spin friendly conditions.
Yes.
So I know that Ajanta Mendes and all were like on top of their game. So I remember that knock.
Yeah.
116. So a good shout out for that.
Yep. Devon Conway, Australia, the one game that they lost and they never recovered in the 2022 World Cup Sydney. Conway was responsible for that. Glenn Maxwell, 104.
Very recently.
Varsapara, wherein he just chased down 220.
We were all rejoicing not too long back. Gaikwad 123.
Yes, that was there.
And then I think he was the one who hit the winning runs as well.
He did with a 4 and a 6. He finished it off. Ramanullah Gurbaz 60, because that knocked Australia out in the 2024 T20 World Cup also.
India knocked them out.
But Afghanistan had already...
They had, but they would have had a chance.
Yeah, I mean...
If they had beaten India, Australia, they would have gone through.
But again,
India knocked them out.
India knocked them out. But Afghanistan, after that heartbreak that Glenn Maxwell gave them in Mumbai, to bounce back and do it in St. Lucia, Gurbaz and no one else crossed 50 in that game apart from Gurbaz and to a certain extent his opening partner. That's it.
Next up is Michael Hussey, 60 versus Pakistan. Can you believe it? Once again in St. Lucia.
Yes.
What is it with St. Lucia? Bringing up one good knock after another. So Hussey 60 versus Pakistan 2010. I mean, how many deliveries? I think he had 24. Yeah, 24 deliveries.
3, 4, 6,
and in
6.
those days, unheard of that kind of strike rate. Absolutely unbelievable. Saeed Ajmal, top of his game at that time. Almost impossible to be hit. But
34 needed of 2 overs, won it with a ball to square.
True.
That was Michael Hussey.
Next up, Yuvraj Singh 58 versus England. Nobody needs a reminder of that. 6 sixes is all I will say. Andrew Flintoff and Stuart Broad will remember.
And Paul
that.
Collingwood.
All of them will remember.
And Ravi Shastri.
Yeah. 6 sixes.
6 and it's balle
Balle in Kingsmead. And then the knock that you're talking about, Lendl Simmons.
Yeah.
82. Reprieve 2 times.
Against the run of play. And then Marlon Samuels, remember the name Carlos Brathwaite, but he was the guy at the other end who stood firm with 85. Joe Root 83 versus South Africa is England chased down 230 in Mumbai. That was the side of Joe Root we had never seen. Yuvraj 70 versus Australia. This is the Joe Root that hadn't started playing the reverse ramp and all.
No, not yet. He gave a glimpse of that.
Yeah.
And Yuvraj 70, we need no introduction. Another brutal knock there, and that one flicked 6 of Brett-Lee, 126 meters it went. Then Gale, the inaugural match of the 2007 T20 World Cup, 117. Gibbs countered Gale with a brilliant 90. And Gautam Gambhir, final 75. Daryl Mitchell 72. New Zealand had all but lost that game versus England in the semi-final. Mitchell 72 ensured that it happened. And the Leviathan, Richard Levy.
He will only be remembered for this knock.
117.
I think it was a record for sixes, 13 odd sixes
13
he had hit
sixes.
in
5
that
fours,
knock.
13 sixes.
So his one claim to fame, Richard Levy, is that 117 versus New Zealand in 2020.
Yeah, the Leviathan, and picked up by Mumbai Indians following that.
Correct.
Yes. Then Ben Stokes, you thought 84 in the 2019 World Cup final was clutch, 52 in the 2022 final. Umar Gul, slightly left field selection.
Yeah, very left field.
Because Pakistan, South Africa in 2012, Pakistan were 70 for 7 or 70 for 8, chasing 130. Umar Gul 32-16, South Africa lost. With 2 balls to spare, 2 wickets down. Umar Gul was the man. Kohli 122. It was the rebirth of Virat Kohli after that slump that he had. The first major
The one that broke his 3-year jinx.
Oh, this I was
Asia
there
Cup.
at the ground, Asia Cup.
Yeah,
yes, this is in Dubai.
Yeah.
I don't think if it makes my long list.
But it was there.
When we were, having a screening, let's say, or we were having a little chat, like, okay,
His one and only 100.
one and only 100, and there was context to it. So,
Yeah.
may not
May
make
not make it. So, Dasun Shanaka, tough time for Sri Lankan cricket. The country was in crisis. Sri Lanka were dead. 59 needed of 17. 54. Shanaka hits with the bat alone and gives them a memorable series win.
Okay, so that's the list. Now, because this is 5 and we do not have the luxury of allowing all of us one pick.
Yeah.
We do not have that luxury now. So what we're going to do is we're going to work backwards and start eliminating.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have to pick one. If you get enough votes in your favor, 3 out of 3 votes is what is needed.
Yep. Or 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3, then it becomes tough, where maybe Shivam, our producer, will have to chip in. We need some votes to eliminate something.
Yeah.
So for now, let's start with 3 out of 3 votes.
Fine.
Okay.
Okay.
You have to take a pick and hope that you get a unanimous decision to eliminate that. Okay.
Okay.
So we're starting to eliminate.
I'll go first. First elimination, I would say Gurbaz 60 versus Australia.
I'm seconding that because again, when you are voting, remember you only have 5 slots.
Yeah.
So you have to be very careful. Think of the 5 that you might be going with.
Yes.
And everything else that comes in, you might as well vote for it.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So only time you think, no, this can make my 5, you do not vote.
So Gurbaz 60 goes out.
With you.
Yeah.
3.
Okay,
3 on
out.
3? Okay.
3 on 3.
Nikhil, your turn.
My turn. I'm going Maxwell 104 versus India because
Okay.
bilateral. Okay,
Fair
I
enough.
mean not too much of a
Second, the vote.
Fair enough. Yes.
Third? Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Arshid?
I will go with let's try and make things interesting maybe.
No, but just eliminate whichever one you
Okay.
think. Yeah.
Route 83 versus South Africa. That's
2016.
Yeah, I'll second that.
Third, that.
Yeah.
Third, that.
Okay. Root goes out.
Yep. My turn. Stokes 52 versus Pakistan. Looking at the slots and looking at some of the contenders.
The final? Yeah, I'm going to vote for it. Yeah. I think that particular match was won by the bowlers.
Yeah.
And I think Karan was outstanding that night.
And Chris Wokes.
Brilliant. Wokes as well.
Yep.
So I think they won it. I mean, it's good knock.
Yeah,
You need
very good knock
contribution.
because you have to recalibrate.
I agree.
This wasn't like a blistering knock.
But you could not have it at MCG. The conditions weren't
Conditions
conducive,
were such you
bigger
couldn't have
ground.
afforded.
Yeah.
So there was nothing really to help you do that. So yeah, I mean, again, why this time elimination is easy because we're not making 10, we're doing 5.
Yeah.
So I am not thinking too much because
Yeah.
I have in my mind the 5 that I will fight for.
Yeah.
I have 4 in my mind. I just believe maybe this can be 5th or 6th for me.
Okay, if it is, then we'll keep
because the stage. I'm just keeping in mind the stage and the occasion.
But then.
So I just want to reserve my thoughts.
Okay.
on
So
this.
then it doesn't go out. We
It
need
doesn't
3
go.
votes right
2.
now.
Yet it
Yeah.
may not.
Next
get out.
in your elimination.
Umar Gul 32 versus South Africa.
Fine.
Yeah, I'll go.
I'll also
second.
go third. Yeah.
Goes out.
Yep. Then my list now. Conway 90.
What I'm saying is let's bring it down to 10. Then I
Yeah.
think we'll have the debate. So
Yeah.
let's bring it
Conway
down to 10.
92 versus Australia. First game.
I'm voting with you
Yeah.
for an elimination.
Yep.
Yep.
Well,
You have to wait for 3 votes, Shivama.
Yeah.
Don't be fastest finger first.
It's fine. It's fine.
Ha. Have you voted, Harshit?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
3
have.
votes. Now it can go.
However, just on second thoughts, because I don't see that there's a Hales over there, but there's another Hales knock that does come to our mind, and that of a Butler. Is there a room for us to?
That Adelaide game.
Adelaide one.
No chance. That game was done by India's batting.
India
got a below par total and then some listless bowling. They finished it.
Chanceless.
If you're going to bring that game, Butler and Hales there, then you need to bring in Rizwan and Babar for the 2021 T20 World Cup. But taking nothing away from them, both of them played very well, Rizwan and Babar too. But I think the game was done with the Pakistani bowlers. They
Yeah.
got India for a below par total.
Yep.
So then you have the luxury of taking it easy.
Correct. Yeah. Next, I picked Conway to go. Next one.
I'm removing Afridi 54 versus Sri Lanka 2009 final.
Second that.
Because once again, I mean, Afridi did an outstanding role, but he also picked up 3 wickets in that game, if I'm not mistaken.
No, that was a semi-final. Where's
But even finals he picked up.
final, I think he picked up a couple. Yeah.
He was outstanding through the tournament. Completely
yeah.
agree.
The
But
catch
I don't.
that he took,
I don't think it is a knock that will go down in the.
Correct, yeah. I
That
second the vote.
Yeah.
Number 3.
Yeah, my vote as well.
Your now your turn, Harshal.
Number 16, Gibbs.
Gibbs 90 versus West Indies.
West Indies, 2007.
Third, I second the vote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can go.
Okay, now my turn. I will go with Dilshan 96.
Yeah.
Dilshan 96 because again, there are other better contenders in that. Which is why I have my
agree.
thing. And in the last 5, Dilshan
I
doesn't
agree,
feature
I
anyway. So
Okay.
that's
All
all
three
three voted.
Yeah.
Eliminate.
I'm going with Gale 117 also because it was a belter of a pitch, belter of a
Short
game.
ground.
Everyone made merry.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Harshid, you also?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have seconded. So
Okay.
all 3 done.
All 3 votes done, goes out.
Now it becomes a
What's
bit.
with the left side looking so heavy?
No, we'll go. We'll just bring it to 10.
It's-
then
yeah.
we get into our picks.
Warner 53 is my next removal
I'm with you on that.
because chasing was the norm in 2021.
Correct.
He studied the thing and that's why
Fair enough.
Okay, so all 3 votes.
Yeah.
The ayes have it. The ayes have it. The ayes have it. The ayes.
And similarly, I'm going with Wade 41 versus Pakistan also.
Oh,
Again, same thing.
chasing. Yeah.
Chasing. As good as that knock was.
Asking run rate was something.
I know, but I agree. But at that
and
time,
Shaheen Afridi, 3 sixes.
it's I know. But I think it became really tough at that stage. Okay, you want to wait on that final?
I'll wait. I'll wait.
I'll wait.
So your turn then.
I am taking out McCallum's 116 versus Australia 2010, number 15 on our list.
Yes, it was audacious, and New Zealand did tie that game in a chase of 214.
But again, if I'm looking
It's
at
a bilateral.
yeah,
I'll second you on that. I'll
Yeah,
second you
okay.
on that. Yeah.
All right, all 3 votes.
My turn. By that same logic,
did we not remove Stokes 52? No, he wanted to.
He
keep it.
wanted to
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to be there. Like if
I will remove Levy 117. Same. Small ground in
Yeah.
Hamilton. 13-6. I know New Zealand bilateral series.
yeah. You have my vote.
It's a tough one, but I'll vote. Yeah, okay. Because I have to zero in. I can't
Yeah.
be stuck on everything. Good knock, I agree.
Fantastic.
But yeah, has to go out.
How many though? We still.
I'm voting for Kohli 112, 22. So versus
Afghanistan.
Afghanistan. Yeah.
Same.
I know it revived his career around, but then
He's played much better knocks.
much
than
better
that.
knocks. Yes,
So
yes.
that goes.
Next one, I'll take out Samuel's 85 versus England.
Tough one, huh?
Tough. Because this is
Because
going to
it
be a
can't
debate.
it can't be
This
both. It can't. You have to pick only one of the 2 guys.
I
on the
think
pitch
I
at
know
that.
who I am picking. That
So
is why I
which
will
is
also
why-
side you with
which
the
is why
Samuel.
I'm going by that logic only. I can't have both men on.
Yeah.
who are
I'm
on
going with the
pitch.
same logic because I know someone else played an impactful
Yeah.
knock in that particular instance.
Yeah, again, tough one to eliminate, which is what it's telling you that we are getting closer to our top.
Yes.
But okay, I'll go with that.
Yep. All 3, yes. Didn't we remove Wade?
No, I
No,
want to.
I-
You
he-
want
he
I want to
wanted
stick
to-
with it.
he wanted to-
I will now remove Shanaka 54.
I'll
Because
second that.
yet again it was a bilateral.
Bilateral.
Yes, outstanding and outrageous knock, but then others have played outrageous knocks.
Agreed.
also.
Next time eliminating is
All 3, Shanaka out.
Suresh Raina 101 versus South Africa. Great knock, context. I watched that live, all that. But I'm saying it was the initial stage of that World Cup. Didn't really, the pressure wasn't there, and so on and so forth. And as I said, it's a good knock, but the competition that it's up against is making it tougher for me.
I'll second you on that.
Same. You have my vote.
Okay, so
Raina
that goes out.
Sorry, Shivam.
That goes out. Now I'm just telling you, we'll have to remove one of Yuvraj because I don't see both making it. So let's.
So either Australia or England,
Yeah,
huh?
let's try and sit on which one you want to eliminate.
Man, this is tough.
It is tough, but I'm
Australia.
voting for the Australia elimination
I'm also.
Same.
because that England, that 6-6s is just a milestone in T20 cricket.
Exactly, yes.
Because you can't
Just-
look at that 58 without 36 in mind.
Plus the
Yeah.
fastest T20I 50 ever.
Till date.
Yes.
12 balls.
Brutal.
Yeah.
There's
yeah,
some carnage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's remove, I think we are on 14 right now. We'll have to remove 4 more to keep it to 10. So we
Yeah.
at least know our top 10. And we'll spend some time on the top 10 and then do the tougher job of getting to the
My
five.
next is Mitchell 72. Yes, it
Yeah.
came in a loser. It came in a great cause. New Zealand were down and out, but others have played a better knock in that sense.
I'm with you. I'm voting for that. I'm voting.
What about you? Harshit?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. 3 votes.
Right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
3,
12.
6.
2 more. We need to eliminate.
Eliminate
2 more.
2 more. Which is why I said that
We may have to remove.
you have to Wade. Wade is the one that comes to my mind right now.
Same. I applied the Warner logic.
If you ask me my 2, I'm going with Wade and Stokes.
Same. Wade and Stokes. Me too.
Wade and Stokes.
Yes.
Because you are going to face much more better knocks in the impactful thing, looking at the situation and the surroundings that were there, conditions wise also.
So that's what I'm saying. Do we have anything? We'll have to change our voting pattern. Do we have anywhere we've got all 3 votes? If not, then we'll have to do it.
Gambhir's 75.
No, I'm not voting for it.
I am also not.
Was the group stage?
No. Final.
Pakistan.
Final, highest.
Johannesburg, 157.
It's a final. So
Yeah.
I'm
So
not voting that
I'm
out.
also not voting.
So do we have anywhere we got all 3 in?
No.
No.
Not yet.
So these are the 2. Now for us to get 3 votes, we'll have to change the voting pattern. Since he's not voting for these 2, Shivam has to come in. Do you keep this or do we do vote of others?
I'm voting for the Stokes one.
Stokes out.
Yes.
Okay, so we got 3 votes now.
Yeah.
We had
so
to
Stokes is out.
push Stokes out. Now between this, now we'll have to reduce one more to just keep the 10. Is there any, since you're the only one who's not voting, are you putting anything above Wade?
I'm just thinking.
And then you'll have to wait for our votes.
I've sided with Wade. I voted.
Yeah,
he
so
should
that's
be
why I said.
eliminated.
The first one I'm eliminating from there is Wade 41.
I would eliminate Hales 116 over Wade's.
No, I'm not voting for that.
I would.
You would? So
Hales.
that's a 2-2 now. That's a 2-2. So now one of between Hales and Wade goes out because you voted for both.
Yeah.
So one of that goes out. So I think Shivam then gets the vote.
Yes.
Shivam, you have to drop one, either Wade 41 versus Pakistan or Hales 116 versus Sri Lanka. Who are you voting for? You have the casting vote now.
Then to Wade.
Wade.
Okay, so he's voting for Wade. So Wade then goes out from our top 10. Let's spend some time on the top 10 and let's go through. Can you put them in the top 10 list first?
I think we forgot that DK Nidas final.
DK Nidahas.
It should have been in the. It's a good point.
Cameo.
That
Yeah,
I
but
think it is there.
Yeah,
It needs to be
yeah.
there. Please add it right now. I think it's a good point. And we can see if it makes it to our top 10. Just put it as the number. Good point, Shivam. See, we missed out on that. I agree with him that I would put that
DK 34 of 12.
So that was
34.
I was there, yes.
12.
But I didn't keep it for one simple reason.
No, it's let it be here. We can vote for it.
Yeah.
Now this is our 11th now.
Yeah.
Good. See, there's no harm.
2018.
Yeah. There's no harm in putting it. Now, between
Versus
all the
Bangladesh.
knocks that you have, are you going to vote for anyone ahead of
So we could make that change. Bangladesh.
Yeah.
ahead of DK? Virat 82, Rohit 92, Samuel 78, Brathwaite 34, Gambhir 75, Alex Hales 116, DK 34, Hasi 60, Yuvraj 58, Simmons 82. Are you voting for anyone ahead of DK or you're voting for DK to be out in our top 10?
I think DK.
Unpopular choice, but Simmons is in my list.
No, who are you voting for, DK or Simmons?
To stay in the list, I'm voting DK. To stay in the list. Simmons, I'm removing.
You're removing Simmons 82.
versus India. No, I can't take that out. I'm not taking that out ahead of DK. DK.
I am also going with you. Again, I know you can blame me. Why? Because there is an India bias. So I'm accepting it. Because for me that knock will always stay in my mind. So I cannot not have DK in the top 10. May not make my top 5.
Yeah,
But I'm
the
voting.
top 10.
I'm looking at two things over here. Why Samuel stays for me? One.
No, he's waited for Simmons.
Simmons stays for me for the simple reason. Again, it came against the host nation. Then it came against a very good bowling lineup. And it wasn't like an ordinary total that they were chasing as well. So for all those reasons, Simmons stays for me ahead of DK.
Okay, so now it's 2:1. Now, if Shivam votes in your favor, then we are split.
We're split. Yeah.
But if he votes against it, then
Okay.
he goes out, right?
Yeah.
So you have a vote, Shivam, between Simmons 82 versus India,
Semi-final.
semi-final of the World Cup.
And DK 34 Nidahas.
DK 34 in Nidahas. Which one are you keeping? It's a very tough choice. I completely agree. Which one are you voting? I have put a disclaimer out that maybe there is a slight India bias. that that knock is just going to stay. So which one are you voting to be out? Simmons 82 versus India in the semi-final of the World Cup. DK 34 not out of 12 balls in Nidahas.
Because I watched both the innings, and I think I'm voting for Simmons because Carlos Brathwaite was the man that night. He was the
No.
Brathwaite
you're
was the
mixing.
final.
You're mixing. This was against India. That was against
Mumbai.
England.
that 2-0 thing.
That was Simmons 82. He benefited from that. Brathwaite didn't bat only in that India game.
Okay,
Yeah.
that game is then when Ashwin.
That was same.
Simmons.
Simmons. Same.
Then so I'm voting for Simmons.
For?
Simmons voting ki he stays or he goes out?
Goes out.
Goes out. Okay. So that is
DK in
our
a
top
top
10. That is our top 10. Good point, Shivam. So that is our top 10 T20 knocks that we have picked. Running you through again: Virat 82 versus Pakistan, Hassi 60 versus Pakistan
In
again.
no particular order right now.
Yeah.
Yes, but we are going to,
Just clarifying.
as we said, we love torture and pain. So what we're going to do is, see why? Because still here it wasn't really tough. Slight disagreements here and there, but we reached here with consummate ease.
Yes.
But the pain shall come now.
Here comes the pain.
To
And this is not a good headache, gentlemen.
zero in on 5 from these top 10.
What are these good headaches?
Okay, so now let's start with the one knock that you will definitely have. If you get all 3 votes, then it goes in.
Yes.
So at least 3 are done, and we can pull each other's hair out when we pick the remaining 2.
I know.
Right?
Yes.
So think of your 5 now. Think of your 5 now. Give me some time. Are you?
I have to thought my 5.
So that Hassi 60 was how many deliveries?
24 balls.
Also, viewers also can comment.
Yeah, if we have a lot of fight, then we can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
First,
we can have a
we'll of
poll
course
or
we'll
whatever.
obviously take questions later.
Yes.
But let's just zero in on the ones that we definitely want
Yeah.
in that. And so
I know one in that list who I actually don't want. I'm clear on one.
well,
Rest
that's
I've
going to
made
be
my
that's
five.
going to be later.
I've made
So-
my 5.
Okay,
I
you
have
want
a 5 as well.
you want to eliminate one that you think 100% you don't want it.
Yeah.
You want to go for a vote now.
Which is it?
Alex Hale's 116.
Same. It doesn't make my 5 either.
Tough call, but doesn't make it. Huh?
Doesn't make it.
Doesn't make my 5.
Yeah, it actually is not making my 5. To be honest, I've looked at my 5. I've made my 5, and it doesn't make it.
Actually, now the real trouble begins.
Okay.
Should we just message ourselves and see
No.
how many,
Let's go with one.
how
You get
many
no.
of us end up having the same 5?
No. We are going to go with the one that each of us decide. So,
So Hales is anyway out right now.
Yeah, Hales is out.
Hales
so now
is
10.
out.
Yeah.
he's just taken a top
Yeah,
10
understood.
grab just for our safe thing.
Yeah.
Now please remove Hales. Shivam, let's start.
In fact, if you can have a copy of this like we did yesterday.
We'll do that. We'll do it. Now it's just for elimination purposes. Now name that one knock. If you get all 3 votes, then it's in.
Go on.
Kohli goes down the ground. Kohli goes out of the ground.
Without doubt.
It can be number 1 also.
Can be, but again,
Exactly.
all in favor say aye.
The eyes have it. The
Aye.
eyes have it. The eyes
Aye.
have it.
Okay, good call, Siddharth. Your
We can do this
thing
as
is
well.
done.
I think it's
Well done. That is done.
Yes.
Okay, Harshit, your choice. Pick the one knock that you think you get all votes for.
666.
I am voting for it. I
Vale,
cannot
vale,
not
vale.
have it. It's in my 5.
It is in my 5. It was in my 5.
It was in your 5. Okay. So in no particular order, huh?
Yes.
It is just that. It is just that.
Harshit.
No, Harshit is just
went,
picked.
no? Nikhil's done.
Nikhil.
I am going with the Hassi 60 versus Park 2010 because it, by the way, it won the ICC award for the best, if I'm not mistaken,
Knock of the
T20
decade.
knock of the
Yes,
decade.
yes.
Of the decade. So,
Yep.
and I saw that live. It has got to be the most freakiest T20 knock I've ever seen. Just to give you a bit of a context, we were sitting in the press box and that game was done and dusted. We had like seldom happens that in T20 cricket you lose concentration.
Yeah.
Because T20 cricket happens so fast, and 90% of T20 games go down to the wire.
Correct.
So you can never lose concentration, always watching, because seldom a game is decided in the 15th over. This was that one game that by the 15th over, everyone had been like done, dusted. A lot of them had packed their laptops also. And remember, this is those days where you never came back from the dead like this sort of a situation. Now, a lot of people who are watching IPL and other T20 might think that happens. But those days, this never happened. And it wasn't a great pitch, spin-friendly pitch. Ball had become old. Saeed Ajmal just... What Michael Hussey did was a freak show.
Cricket,
It was an absolute freak show. So I voted for Hussey.
Same.
Also ahead of the time.
Yeah. Exactly.
You were still looking for 120, 130 being, acceptable strike rates. This was way beyond that.
Correct.
Okay.
Next one, you want to vote. Let's say if you get 3, you go. If you're 5, from your 5.
We can remove the 3 from here, right?
No, that's okay. We're picking. We know that. We know this is very less. Now pick Siddharth. Your turn. Pick one. If you get 3 votes, it comes in.
Carlos Brathwaite. Remember the name.
It is in my 5.
I can vote for it. But I'm a bit split.
Yeah.
So
between.
I'll tell you when we get to it slowly. I can vote for it. So I'm saying just copy that and put it below the 5 for now.
Yeah.
It has my vote. I'm just saying.
So it has 2 votes.
It has 2 votes.
Yeah, just put it there. Okay. Now your turn.
Rashid.
Can I just eliminate one here and then maybe?
No, eliminate. Then we'll have to go for voting. You pick your one that you think 100% sure shot is in your list.
All the best.
You want me to go first?
I will pick Virat 82 versus Australia 2016.
I'm not voting for that.
I'm also not voting for that. There is already 182.
That's why I'm big.
A player can get.
But my reason being why I have both Virat knocks, because prior to this knock as well, it's the same score with one delivery being the separator between the two. This was touted to be the best chase ever seen. So it remains in my conscience the second best chase ever seen.
Yep.
So for that reason, I have 2 Virat Kohli knocks in my top 5.
Sure, there's no harm. But as I said, we have to go with a common consensus.
Yeah.
It's a good call. It makes it to a top 10. But as I said, again, why I put Melbourne far ahead, because tougher circumstances. I think you'd gone much bigger ground, much bigger ground. Impossible to hit sixes there, which he did, and alien conditions. If you remember, that same MCG hosted a final. It was a low-scoring encounter. So
11 overs, 44
for what he
for
did.
4.
So that's why he's gone there. And I thought I'll balance it out with some other knocks as well. That's why I'm not.
Sure.
My turn to pick one, and I'm seeking all your vote, is Rohit's 92 versus Australia in 2004. Again, I saw that game.
Yes.
I think it is the one knock where the bowlers have been treated with disdain. And why I picked that knock is because just like Rohit Sharma, I carried that pain of that 2023 ODI World Cup final, like all other Indians did. And I had a feeling, and when I did my analysis from the ground, was that I think Rohit somewhere in that head had that, back of his head, that what Australia has done to her. This was, I don't think he'll ever say it, nobody will ever say it but this, as politely as I can put it, was revenge. It was that. He just, like Stark, that Stark, the guy who's tormented big teams, he was just in the most murderous move. I don't think, and a lot of these knocks, like including a Yuvraj, that was all class, right? I don't think anyone came with that mindset of destroying an opposition. And for some reason, for us Indians who've been on the wrong side of Australia all the time, when you destroy Australia in that fashion, it's just a different feeling. So for me, it is my top 5.
It wasn't my top 5 anyways. Rohit
is just incredible. But we need 3 votes. So
it was 6 for me.
It was 6. So you're not voting right now?
Not right now.
So okay, then it goes to our list since it's got 2 votes, but below 6.
Yeah.
Just like just like Brathwaite was, right? So yeah,
I'm willing to consider.
Don't give them numbers.
Let's
Don't
see
give them
where
numbers.
we're able to slot
Yeah.
the others.
Don't
I'm willing
give them
to consider,
numbers.
but for now, over there.
Yeah. So same. We're gonna have the same yardstick, just as we did for Brathwaite. Since he got 2 votes, you got it. I and Rohit's got 2 votes. Okay, you wanna pick another one that you think will come there?
Gambhir 75.
I'm not voting for it. I know it was a great knock, but my memory of that final was more about how India really with the ball pulled it
RP
back.
Singh and Irfan
That was
Khan.
game was all gone. I think it was all about bowlers pulling it back. That's why I have not voted.
So same. Okay, then I think it's
So then now
safely
they've got
goes
not
off
2
the list
votes,
then.
then it goes off the list.
So
Just goes
Gambhir
off the list.
eliminated,
From the top 5 now. Goes off the list.
Yeah.
It hasn't got.
Your turn.
Harshit, your turn.
I am putting.
Gambhir goes off the list. Shivam?
So now we're effectively down. What 7 only? We can just.
Yeah,
jump
you
there.
can remove Brathwaite and you can remove Rohit because we've taken them there.
Yeah.
So let's just finish with you can remove
Take down Virat as well.
yeah
Hasi also.
Hasi is gone.
Yuvraj
Yuvraj
also.
So now one sec, Virat, only you voted. If you get 2 against votes, then it goes out of the list. Have you voted for against? So it goes out. So we only left with DK and Samuels, but there are 2 there.
There are 2 there as well.
Yeah.
So from these 2, if I was to take one, I'm taking Samuels.
Just come back. How many slots have we got left in the
2 slots.
2 slots.
2 slots left. So I think those 2 slot in. Will you place anyone from this Samuels
I'm
or DK ahead of the ones that we have left there?
Samuels. I would put Samuels there.
Are you putting Samuels there?
Ahead of those 2 that are
That are
already
in the waiting?
Can I have a look at the 2 waiting already, Shiva? Yes, I'm placing.
You are. So bring Samuels there without giving him a position, then we'll debate that. DK, is anyone, does DK get 2 votes to come there in the final? No. So DK then gets out from the race.
Harsh call, I was there.
Yeah, but it's made our top 8 or 9 or whatever. Yeah, DK goes out.
This is
DK.
a wild
Yeah.
card.
And
entry.
Samuel has gone there. So remove it from here. It's gone to the below without.
Yeah. So now we have
Yeah, so now we have 3 knocks and 2 slots remaining. And now we'll have to.
4 knocks remaining.
Sorry?
3 knocks and 2. 4 knocks, no?
No.
Huh?
We have
2
2
to fill,
slots
na?
and 3 left.
2 to fill.
Okay. Brathwaite, Samuels, Rohit.
So
So
now
what is
we need votes to bring them. 3 votes automatically comes in. 2 votes we'll have to get into. So how many votes one by one again? For Brathwaite now how many?
I had voted
Yes.
2. You did vote.
No, so between now if I have to pick one, between Rohit and Brathwaite, I'm picking Rohit. So I can still go with Brathwaite, I'm not denying that, but I need to know who's coming in at the 4th. So who's your first choice amongst this to go at 4?
Brathwaite.
No, mine is Rohit.
Or if it's number 5. For me, then Samuels doesn't make it. So my 2 choices are Rohit and Brathwaite.
My 2 choices are Brathwaite and Samuels.
My 2 choices are Brathwaite and Rohit.
Yeah.
So who's got 2 votes and who's got?
So Brathwaite is definitely going through.
Because we 3 have.
In the 2 choices, all of us had Brathwaite. That's the one common that we
Okay,
have.
done. So Brathwaite goes through.
Brathwaite makes it to
In no
4.
particular order.
So you 2 picked Rohit.
Rohit, yes.
And Samuel's only one.
I
So
picked
Samuel goes out then.
Samuel goes out.
Yeah.
I'm for just now, eventually fighting with
If
you can. Just 1 second. You can take Shivam's vote between Rohit and Samuel. Who are you voting for?
Rohit Sharma.
Rohit Sharma. So Rohit gets 3 votes.
there's a huge bias that came in there.
That maybe for us as well. Maybe for us
It's
as
a
well.
tough one.
It's a tough one. I know. Maybe for us as well.
Again, for me too, it was difficult discounting a Gambhir, discounting Rohit here as well. Of course, that bias. I'm just trying my best to keep the bias away.
2,770 T20Is, you're asking us to narrow down to 5.
So just to sum up, and we've got 2 lists now. Our top 5 is this, but for those of you who won't be happy, can we quickly show the top 10 as well?
Yeah, because
It is a tough thing. And see, there are 3 Indians and 2 foreigners in this list.
Yeah.
And so this is the top 10 T20I.
So this is the top 10 that we could zero in on. After much debate, you can see it. Again, agree, disagree, whatever you would like. But as we said that, we thought that 10 was, I'm not saying easy, but relatively easy. But top 5, now can we see the top 5? This was a tough task, but we've zeroed in on that as well. So just to sum up the top 5, they are Virat's 82 versus Pakistan at MCG, Yuvraj's 58 versus England at Kingsmead, Hussey's 60 versus Pakistan at St. Lucia, Brathwaite's 34 versus England at Eden Gardens, and Rohit's 92 versus Australia again at St. Lucia. These are our top 5 T20 now. Let's take quick questions before we wind up.
Yeah. Oof. This is not a good headache, but we don't have a headache. But it was tough to leave out some.
No. Let's say we reduced the pain a little from yesterday.
Yeah, we did.
Some reductions definitely happened.
Okay. Dhanush wants us to pick an all-time test 11 for India or globally?
All time, I think.
All time
India,
would be,
India.
No, maybe.
World 11 all-time. That's
Boy,
too
that's
tough.
too much.
India all-time 11.
Yeah,
is
India all time
tough.
11 we can try.
We'll do it. Okay, we shall do it.
We'll do also World 11.
World 11 all-time is very tough. How do you get only 11 players from all cricketers that have played Test cricket? How that will be
Bradman, Sobers, and Walcott, Weeks,
Sunny,
Richard, Sunny G, Dennis Lilly,
Are from different era. You cannot-
Imran Khan,
Imran Khan,
Hadley. Oof.
Many.
Hadley,
You have to have a nation quota then.
Border.
शिवम सवाल दिखा दें प्लीज कुछ.
Border.
Of course.
I know Alan Border. Yes.
Kapil Dev.
Yep. Indeed.
Just anywhere is fine. Sar Chandra is saying, Nikhil sir, Rohit Miller fastest 100 should have been there. If bilaterals are of no use, then why to watch? Even Rohit 100 versus West Indies and Ekana also. Yeah, but see again, there are many, but we've tried to put context to it. That's why we've picked these. Priyanshu says, how is Virat 72 of 44 in World Cup 2014 semi-final? Very good knock, by the way. Not in the top 30 against Tain Tahir Mohan.
But again, he played better knocks.
Yeah.
Virat,
but
I
he
would
means to say in the top 30.
But then, by that logic, we should have 7-8 knocks of Virat then out of the 30, isn't it? See, it was, understand one thing, Priyanshu, 2,750 plus T20Is. To narrow it down to 30 itself was a massive task. 1 in 90. That is the way how we go about it. So, it wasn't easy. I mean, how can you argue against, I know, 72 of 44 is excellent.
King D says Akshar Patel in 2024 World Cup. Very good knock, but can't make it into the top 30.
We did discuss that, by the way.
Yeah, but can't make
See,
it.
we have not included Virat 76 or 58 here. What do we do about it then?
Yep. We have someone called Sports Today's #1 fan. Thank you for a kind name. Firstly, how about IPL's top 5? That's also not a bad option. Good call. Top 5 IPL knocks. Good call. Could do that.
We may have actually put out a story already on that.
But that's fine. You could still do it.
But we can deliberate.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh boy.
So, I mean, again, Namit Rastogi says Ben Stokes in World Cup final against Pakistan. It was in our long list. We debated, but then we had to only finalize.
Exactly.
Rohil Rafi is saying Afridi against South Africa in 2009 semi-final at Trent Bridge. We discussed. There was an all-round performance where he picked up 3 wickets also. We remember. Plenty, but, again, also because a lot of our memories are around India because we cover that more. Not to say we try to ignore some other. So that slight bias is there, already accepting that.
Exactly. That's the situation. Context, I hope people understand the context and also understand how tough it is. So that's the situation. Chaitanya Bhagat, you picked all 5 knocks in T20 game on World Cups and knockout games. Rohit wasn't a knockout as per se. It was a virtual quarterfinal. It was in the Super 6 stage. But Pakistan was in a league game. It wasn't a knockout game. Virat Kohli is 82. It was the first game for India, if I'm not mistaken. Hussey 60, I agree, but then what can you do about it?
Was that the day before Diwali? It was, right?
It was. Yeah. UV 70 of 30, but then we felt UV 58.
Yeah, more impactful.
Karthik K, yeah. Rohit Sharma knock in Providence pitch was a revenge knock too. It was 63 in the semi-final.
Yeah. Well, also a very good knock, completely.
And I think Australia gave us far more hurt.
Yeah. So, I mean, I know you have a lot of opinion. We just tried to put together what we thought was best. I hope you enjoyed this exercise.
Yes.
And
Don't ask us. We have a headache.
yeah. So subscribe to Sports Today if you haven't already. Keep showering us with your love as you always do. Plenty other sport related content which is up on the channel. Give us a like, share this video with your other friends who have an opinion. They may agree, disagree, whatever.
Yeah.
On that note, thank you, good
Thank
night,
you.
Vanakkam, Shubhratri, Nandri, Shabba
Shabbat Khair, eat your vegetables and don't trouble your mother.
That's right. Bye-bye.
See you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.